Good morning and welcome back. It is 9:26, 54 degrees, getting out and getting to know Alaska. Whether you're new in town or looking for someplace new to explore, we want you to get out.
Mushrooms, they're popping up everywhere. And do you ever wonder which ones are which? Well, in today's Get Out segment, Kate Daybreak's Cassie Sherm talks to an expert.
Kristen, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome.
So can you tell me a little bit about what we're doing here at the park?
Yeah, we're here at Goose Lake Park to look for some mushrooms. This is a place I commonly do my mushroom classes with folk skills, and I'm hoping to teach you a little bit more about mushrooms.
I'm excited, so let's go ahead and head on that way.
All right, grab my mushroom basket.
Can you tell me a little bit about what exactly fungi is?
Yeah, so fungi, that includes rusts, smuts, molds, yeasts, and your mushrooms. The kingdom fungi is a kingdom, just like animals and plants. There are about 100,000 species of mushrooms known to science, and about 1.5 million species that have not yet been named. However, about 5% of those species are deadly poisonous, and only about 5% are choice edible.
So it's important to know what you're picking,
It is,
especially
yeah.
when it comes to eating.
Yes, only eat things you're 100% sure what they are.
So having a book when you're going and searching for mushrooms, it's nice to have.
Definitely, yeah. And this is a really handy book for Alaska. It's just Alaska's Mushrooms by Gary Larson. And it has a whole lot of different mushrooms going from, guild fungi, pored fungi, all the way up into the weird ones. If you're curious about what you found, then this is a good guide to have. What we see mostly out here are filamentous fungi. So these are mushrooms that have a mycelium. You can kind of think of it like berries on a berry bush. The bush is the mycelium, and the berries are the mushrooms. So here's a bunch of puffballs. Can you say Lycoperdon perlatum?
Lycoperdon perlatum.
Wonderful. If you want to know the common name, it's pear-shaped puffball.
Oh.
It's, kind of shaped like an upside-down pear, I guess. But this is a really good one to know because it's fairly common in this area, and all puffballs are edible when they're white inside. So you can see that there is this sort of greenish yellow part, and then this white sterile base. The greenish yellow part is the part that will turn into a spore mass. So this becomes powdery brown with spores. When it's young enough, this will be solid white like a marshmallow, and then it's very good to eat.
Okay.
But when they're really past their prime, they look like this one over here. Check this out.
That is so cool.
It's really fun to do that when you find them. Another thing when you're looking for mushrooms is not to always look down. Look up every now and then. Sometimes there are mushrooms that grow in the trees, not just polypores like the shelf fungi, but there's a certain polypore called chaga that looks kind of like a big black growth, and it's very good for tea.
I wouldn't even think for tea.
I know, yeah.
So here in Alaska, mushroom searching and identifying is pretty popular here.
In Alaska, we have such a rich biodiversity of fungi, so we're very lucky here to have a lot of interesting mushrooms.
Cassie Sherm, KTVA 11 News.
If you go on a mushroom hunt or of your own, we want to know. Send us your mushroom pictures using the hashtag #ShareIt on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I've got a funky mushroom in my backyard. I'm going to go home now that I have a phone that's working, take a photo of it and put it on my Facebook page, and I'll use those hashtags as well.
#ShareIt11.
I will share it, yes.
#ShareIt11. And for all you mushroom enthusiasts out there, the 11th annual Girdwood Fungus Fair is next weekend. You can also do the #ShareIt11 on our website, and we'll have our mushroom expert weigh in and let you know what that mushroom is.
And trust us, Fungus Fair is a lot more fun than it sounds like.
I think it's pretty cool. I mean, there's a lot of
Yeah, check
different
it out.
species. You can definitely learn
Yeah.
something. Well, the family that sings together